Hi guys, Lindsay here with Storybook Family Farm. So this week has been kind of a weird week. So Tracy did get a job and she went back to work this week. It's just a part-time for right now, but it will end up eventually becoming more like full-time hours and stuff. But it's been really weird to try to develop like a routine for myself in terms of taking care of the animals, and just like a general day-to-day routine with being by myself, because she's been home working on the homestead with me since like the end of May. So it's kind of been a long time to not have to do it all by myself, and then now I'm just sort of thrown back in doing it all alone. So it's been kind of like a fumbling misstep the entire way through. But nobody's died, so I mean, it's all good. But so I've been trying to get things wrapped up because it has been really nice out the last few days. It's actually been like in the 70s, and boy, wouldn't you know it, the bugs know it too. So we have had a lot of ticks all over the place this year, and I should check again. But yeah, today I've had like 7 or 8 on me already, and it's not even very late in the day. Uh, so it's been kind of frustrating having to keep doing multiple tick checks every day, but you know, it is what it is. It's part of living in the country. But so I also have been doing a lot of hunting this week, just to try to get some more deer meat for the freezer because we are running a little bit low. Um, I haven't, this week I have not had any luck. I haven't had a chance to get any squirrels or any deer. So that's been kind of frustrating. But so I've been spending just a couple hours a day in the woods, and it's been nice to just sit and relax, but it's also kind of like frustrating because there's so many things that I need to get done before winter. So I actually have elected to not do any more hunting today or, over the weekend, but it is supposed to rain over the weekend. But today, the Amish roofer guy that we had do the roof, he also does other stuff too, not just roofs. So he actually came out today to try to get the wood burner hooked up. We thought that we had ordered everything that we needed, but it turns out we did not. I think I got a... Nope, not another tick. I felt a bump on my arm, and yeah, kind of paranoid. Once you find that many on you at a time, you kind of become paranoid of every bump, every itch, every tickling that you have. But anyways, so we thought that we had ordered everything that we needed to get the wood burner installed, but as it turned out, the one bracket that we ordered was not the right size, so it could not get fully installed. We also did not have enough stuff on the inside to get it installed. So we had initially wanted to run double wall piping on the inside just because it is the safer form of piping, because then it's, you don't have to have the wood burner as far away from the wall for safety, and you can put your hand closer to it without scorching the shit out of you and all that stuff. But he suggested that we actually switch gears and go with the single wall piping, because then it will allow a lot more heat to basically escape into the house instead of just being lost outside of the chimney, which totally makes a lot of sense. And since we don't have very small children in the house, it does make sense to try to capture more of the heat. The only concern that I would have would be the cats, because they like to get up on everything, but I assume they'll only make that mistake once before they don't ever make it again, if they're smart. But yeah, so we have to figure out what we're going to do with that, and we do have to order another bracket, just because of the fact that, there was, because I even asked if there was any sort of thing that he could do, like, because he, is able to, he has the stuff to move aluminum and metal and to sort of shape things into being what they need to be. I asked him if there was any way that he could just like piece things together and try to like fudge it to make it work so that way it could be all finished today, and he said not really, that if it was aluminum it wouldn't be strong enough to compete with high winds, and then if it was another type of metal he had, I don't remember, I wasn't paying fully attention, he said that if it was another type that it would just end up rusting, and so it needs to be this exact type of metal that the brackets originally come in. So yeah, kind of a bummer there, but he did say that the chimney is functional now. It's just, it needs to go up one rung higher, like one section of pipe, which is a 3-foot section, one section higher, to make it so that way the stove will burn as optimally as possible. He said that it is perfectly safe to use it now once we get the inside hooked up the rest of the way. So the through the wall kit is all in place. We literally just have to get the piece to put on the wood burner, get an elbow, and then another piece over. But if we decide that we want to do the double wall stuff, I'm not even sure how that works, because he had said that the through the wall piece is actually designed to attach to the single wall piping. So I'm not really sure, but so if we were to go with the double wall, we would still need to order one more piece. And when we had looked this morning, when we realized that we wouldn't have enough pieces of the double wall, we discovered too that that wouldn't come in. It wouldn't be able to be delivered until I think it was like November 8th or something. So it's kind of a big deal to wait that long, especially when, you know, this coming week the lows are in the upper 20s. So yeah, kind of down to the wire, which is kind of funny because it feels like everything with this house is like down to the wire, like done at the last possible minute. This house has definitely been a big lesson in, you know, having faith that everything will work out just fine. Kind of like how, you know, our roof didn't get replaced until it actually started like legitimately leaking. So yeah, it's kind of frustrating to keep living on the edge like this, but you know, at least Tracy got a job, so that way we're not like so stressed that we're like ready to have a mental breakdown. But yeah, so today it is supposed to rain tonight, so I am trying to bust butt and get the foundation painted the rest of the way, just so then that way that is a pre-winter job completely done and knocked out that I don't have to worry about doing anymore, because it is something that is important to me to get it done, not only for the aesthetics, but the type of foundation block that our house has. It's like the terracotta block. It's a clay block. It is something that is not actually supposed to ever be exposed to the weather. It's supposed to always be painted, and I have no idea how long it hasn't been painted for, because it, you know, originally was painted and the paint has since come off. In a lot of places it's just sort of wore off, chipped off, and that sort of a thing. And seeing as how I just re-tuck pointed the outside of the basement, I don't want anything to get messed up again. So I'm going to cut this video short so that way I can get the painting done so it has time to dry before it rains tonight. So if you guys are enjoying this content, please give this video a thumbs up. Share it with your friends on social media. If you haven't already, please subscribe to help us grow. We'd greatly appreciate it. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.